start on? C. Very good. So C is 3 fingers. Let's get 3 fingers down. We are all doing that bottom part now. Here we go. 2, 30, So I think there are a couple of different ways that COVID changed music education this year. There are some really obvious ways, and then there are some effects for music specifically that we might not have thought about previously.
The pandemic has really changed the way we teach instrumental music. We are mainly in small cohorts of 3 instrumentalists per class with 12 feet of distance spaced between the kids. The children wear special PPE. What's it like playing music in a pandemic?
It's weird, especially with that mask, because normally you would have a lot of people playing next to you, like a whole band of different instruments, and now it's just 2 people out of our whole class and they have different instruments.
Playing in a pandemic is different, I would say. Especially hard for the new people in the band. But it's also, the way it's kind of better because you're learning new things and how to do it.
And I'm gonna tap it. And then I'm gonna play the first row.
Gianna, what instrument do you play?
Violin.
Do you enjoy playing violin?
Yes.
Any particular reason why?
I love how it feels and makes you relax.
Do you feel like that's especially important this year?
Yes.
Why?
Because we're all wearing masks and it's really hard.
And so you feel like violin gives you a little vacation away from the rest?
Yes.
That's awesome. So we're going to go through the same process. We're going to say it before we play it, okay? D, C, B, rest. How do you feel playing during a pandemic?
It feels kind of weird to be wearing like a mask, but I'm happy to like go somewhere else instead of my classroom to being stuck in there.
Coming to an instrumental class is really something exciting now. It's a new space. Playing an instrument is some movement that gets to happen during the day.
And it's really allowed us the opportunity to engage in some more differentiated learning because students are progressing at their own pace.
Music education during COVID is something that's even more special and more priceless.
Ready? Play. Rest. Ready? Play.
What would you say your music power is right now?
I actually kind of already do have a music power.
What is it?
Rhythm. Really, no joke, good at rhythm. If, let's say it's a long song and you needed to change the tempo every single time, I will not mess up the rhythm, I'll just smooth.
It's interesting as human beings that there's nothing specific about music making that necessarily we need biologically for survival. And yet it exists across all time and all cultures. So I think that speaks to the actual physiological effect that music can have on you and can have on your audience.
Since I was little, my dad started teaching me how to play the piano. And also he started teaching me how to sing. When 3rd grade started, I think they started to think we wanted instruments. So I wanted the cello because it gives me more connection to the music. The main reason why I picked bass is because when I play drums, I'm mainly playing the beat. The bass is also what keeps the beat in the orchestra. And on here, and upstairs with my electric bass, me and my dad and my little brother, we all just jam out sound music. Just really getting really hard, like really deep into the bass, doing things that probably none of my friends would ever be able to do.
In terms of challenges in the music this year, we've placed a really huge emphasis on utilizing certain practice strategies, breaking things down into smaller pieces, making sure that we're going slowly.
Kids start with just trying to make a sound on their mouthpiece or squawking sounds with the reed in the mouthpiece.
Rest. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's really a kind of a step-by-step approach. And really, in a lot of lessons, you're focusing on one point. Can you demonstrate a spot in that song that was difficult?
There was a spot that like really just ruined the whole piece. So I kept on practicing.
Can you demonstrate the practice spot for us? There is a huge amount of progress from 3 to 5th grade. Of course, having said that, kids do progress at their own rate. So the rewarding thing, I think, for them and for teachers is to see all of these pieces begin to come together.
D, C, B. How long have you been playing cello?
About like 2 months.
What is something you can do now on cello that you couldn't do when you started the year?
I wasn't like doing the proper moves. I was just going like, I just kept on going like D, D, A, A. I wasn't going like E, G. I didn't know all those from the beginning.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's try that with the background.
I got lost because I was looking at the fingers and
I get lost all the time. You start violin in 3rd grade?
yeah, I started violin in 3rd grade. I was pretty bad, but now I'm pretty good. I was really bad in 3rd grade at hand positioning. I also was really bad at catching up to the music. I didn't really know the tempo. But now this year, I'm starting to learn more about the tempo and the positions.
What are you most proud about yourself?
And probably even learn how to play the saxophone, to be honest. I just look at the buttons and say like, I was scared of buttons. There were so many, but I only had to learn like 6, 7.
Playing an instrument isn't necessarily an instant gratification endeavor. It takes a lot of hard work and patience, and then over time, all of these one-point lessons come together.
I had trouble with my bow hold. You had us practice with a pencil at first, and that really helped me.
Now take your right hand, shake it out, make it nice and loose and relaxed. Yes. Are you ready for the flop? Oh, you guys are pros already. Now take your thumb.
I practiced it every night because it was fun for me. And now I could just pick up a bow and hold it perfectly.
If you practice a lot, then you'll get better. I can apply that to ballet because if you mess up or trip and fall, just get back up. Practicing at least 30 minutes each night helps me by looking at the notes and just going bing, 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 bing. If I get something wrong, if I play the wrong note, I can just keep going and then replay it again. Just because you don't sound good, that's the sound of practicing.
You really have to remind yourself that if you practice, you'll get good at the thing you love.
In Zoom Golly Golly, one practice spot is the second bar because you have to jump down from A to E.
Excellent. Can you play the whole piece for us?
I feel really proud of the students this year, and I feel really proud of the progress I'm seeing this year. I'm seeing 4th and 5th graders actually get to some techniques that we might normally not be at this point in the year. Our musicians are putting the work in, and it shows, and I'm proud of them.
They've worked for a long time as a beginning instrumentalist, focusing on these different aspects of their playing. And when it finally comes together, then they're really able to make music a little bit more on their own and independently. And they really start to take ownership over it.
What'd you think of that? I love it. Yeah, right?
I think I've been surprised by how resilient the kids are and how they have just sort of gone with it.
Okay, you ready? Little challenge, here we go. Starting on open D. For 5th graders and 4th graders who have been used to an entirely different program, they rolled in here this year in smaller class sizes with other people who play different instruments with shorter lessons, and they were just ready to roll. And I think for the 3rd graders, they have really embraced it wholeheartedly and are just progressing at such an incredible rate given the circumstances. Music is so powerful because it offers you whatever you need. And for some people, it's a creative outlet. For some people, it's a way of collaborating with other musicians. So when we are working through a challenge in music and all feels lost and I'm never gonna get this, and then we do figure out how to get through that, I hope that they take that into other parts of their lives.
I would say pick something that you really want to pick. Don't pick something that everybody's telling you, like, oh, you gotta pick violin because, oh, it's so good. You can't just go following everybody else what they want.
I'm proud that I did a lot over the past, and it's sort of like a second language, how now I know like pretty much almost every note.
It's an excellent form of self-expression. So I think having the opportunity to do that and literally wearing your heart on your sleeve, on some level that it appeals to us, you get goosebumps because you're able to express yourself and go to that emotional place.